going, guys? I'm Doug Lucas. I'm executive producer for Walking Dead Adaption, and I also play Douglas Jones, but you already know that. And this is...
I'm Kirkland Johnston. I also play Randall Crane. You already know that too. So,
alright, so we're back for the second half of Season 1. Intense.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I'm going to say for...
wild season.
Yeah, second half especially. We're back here. We got 10 more questions for the second half in this folder right here to ask you. Again, we're not going to bother giving feedback to people. We're just going to, make up our own 10 questions again like we did for the first questionnaire. And we'll answer them right now. So let's just start right now. Let's get on with this. Alright, so question 1 is, what caused you to split Randall and Douglas up as soon as you returned for the second half of Season 1? I don't think we were originally going to do that. We weren't, right? We were just going to stay together originally in season, for episode 6. The way it plays out now was nothing compared to what we were originally going to do. But I think we wanted to do a, emotional kind of like a, oh my god, two close characters that we see slowly come together over the episodes, all of a sudden just kind of separate and get angry with each other in episode 6. It's that boom right in your face, kind of like that just
basically
happened. Isn't that what we were going for?
Yeah.
But originally, the original idea was we weren't going to be like that. We were going to stick together through the entire season, but now all of a sudden, Douglas Jones becomes bad guy for 2 episodes because of Clayton, who plays our Act 2 bad guy. Basically, our episode 6 through 10 bad guy, and he's
who will also be taking a seat here later tonight?
Probably, most likely. Once he gets here. Alright.
Question 2.
Yeah, question 2. What happened to Roxanne, Michael, and Owen by the end of Season 1? Makes sense, because they do end up going missing over the course
Yeah, you don't really know what's
because, Owen keeps disappearing.
Why?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I'd like to know.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out.
Because I'm also a fan of the show too.
Same. My favorite TV show.
Yeah.
If it was on TV. But, no, Roxanne disappearing all of a sudden, there's actually a story behind that, and we'll quickly explain it right now. The character, the person who plays Roxanne, something happened over the course of filming, and she kind of, I want to say, bailed on us, basically. She kind of just turned and said, I can't anymore. I don't really know exactly what happened. She just turned and said, I can't keep doing this. So we had to find a way to take her character out, but still keep her in, so we wouldn't have to refilm everything we'd already filmed. Because I think we had up to episode 7.
Yep.
Most of 7 done with her, and then when we were getting ready to film the final shot for episode 7, which is slightly different from what it is now, with Clayton and I, it was originally supposed to have Roxanne in it, but like I said, she kind of bailed, and we had to. And originally, the reason why the second half was delayed by a month, because we were originally going to release it in June. Like episode 6, but we didn't get released until July, was because we had to think about what's gonna change now that scene is, we can't use her anymore, so we had to come up with she kind of gets kidnapped all of a sudden by mysterious unknown people. Who knows, right? And then also another thing we should mention, which is a little irrelevant, but it kind of, since we changed everything, so we had to change the entire story we had for Act 2, basically, just a little bit. Because basically we took out Roxanne, introduced Owen, and kept Nick alive. Or Michael is played by Nick. He was kept alive. He was supposed to die in episode 6. And that scene was completely taken out.
Yep. It was scrapped.
Yep. Because Nick came to us and was like, I wanna survive longer. But all of a sudden after the one scene he disappears and he's gone too.
Where he went.
Yep. Clayton is kind of hunting for him in the episodes, which is why in episode 9 he just kind of runs away there. Yeah. He just kind of disappears all of a sudden. He's like, I'm going to go. He confronts Owen there before shooting that walker and driving off. He's going to find Michael. That's basically where he goes.
I don't like Michael.
What, you don't?
No. He's a bad man.
Oh, well, imagine what's going to be like if he comes back. We were going to shit bricks. All right. Here's question 3. How much has changed for your characters starting from episode 1 leading to episode 10? Ha!
Randall.
Young to dead, basically. How are you still living? No hand, no eye. You're OP. Yeah, hashtag that shit.
Hashtag OP.
Yep. And I think, and for my character, it seems like he matured a lot. He went from that quiet, kind of depressed person to that, we gotta get shit done.
Yep.
No more bullshit. No more. Right? What about, what do you think Macy would be like if she was still in the show? Like episode 10, she was with us all through all of it, and she met Claire and was there in episode 3 and onwards.
I don't know.
Maybe you wouldn't have lost your eye.
It'd be a whole different story, I'll tell you that.
Maybe you wouldn't have lost your hand, too. Maybe you'd still look like this, kind of.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who does know? I don't.
Well, we kind of do, because we could think about how it would be like, but that's okay. Anyway, we have someone here for you. It's Thomas Lundrigan-Patey. Yeah, who plays Clayton. Doing good. And he plays Clayton, and he also plays Eric in episode 4. Except you have like one line and you die, but we wanted to do that on purpose. Because it's in your contract, you have to die out. Alright, so we have a couple questions for you.
Alright.
Which is why we have you here today, kind of surprised, you know. Someone who isn't in the questionnaires often, because it was just us the first time, and now you're here with us. So your first question here is, question 4, is where did Clayton's character idea come from, and why did you create a third unknown brother? Like all together, all of us kind of thought of the idea, basically.
Well, starting with the idea, well, we did look at it. I got one line?
Yeah,
5 words.
You say it to my character.
Your character.
And it's like, but you're with us, and you do what we say.
Point a gun to your head, garage door opens, this bastard right here shoots me.
Yep.
You finish me off. Yeah, we started thinking about it.
Because I remember you coming to me and being like, I want to have a big character.
Yeah,
I want to die instantly. And I was like, yeah.
I want a big character in this, more of a badass.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah. More of a bad tone.
Yeah.
Worse than Michael, but more on the calm side at some points. Sorry about your faces. So we decided to have a twin in. The older brother, then when Eric, Michael, that we had talked about when there was a little scene between me and Michael, our dad, with Claire. I'm always after Claire, Michael was always after Claire.
Yeah.
We sat there, we thought about how Eric was. Calm, psychotic.
Kind of the calm, quiet one, yeah.
Yeah, then think about it. Twin.
An opposite.
An opposite.
That looks similar. So.
And then makes Nick Jolin's character Michael look like a pansy little bitch. No offense, bud. But for the name in that,
the two of them in the scene together though is crazy. Yeah, where'd you get the name from?
The name I got from my son.
Yeah, your
who was
son.
Clayton. He was born. He's 2 months old.
Yeah, he's.
I'd be pumping 3. I get the lovely times. Also, the name got inspired through my poppy, where explains the tattoo right there on me, where he passed away in 2004 with cancer. So I thought sticking it with his name and my son's name, knowing that my son's gonna be spitting image of me, they don't have aggressive tone, nice aggressive tone to it. But also having my pop style to me, who was a calm guy. You pissed him off.
You can see that in episode 7, kind of when Roxanne gets kidnapped and you're kind of all dazed a little bit. You're not beaten.
No.
It's basically like they kind of forced you. They kind of punched you once or twice to make you give give Roxanne over, and then you kind of see your calm side there because you're like, they took her. I don't know, and you're just kind of like, I was powerless. But then I come around and I'm like, we need to go after him. And you're like, no, screw you.
No, we don't need to do that shit.
You don't need to do that. We go after this guy.
How's the trunk, by the way?
The trunk? Oh, actually, surprisingly, I was thinking there was actually a take where we went to close it because he slams it, right? And my head was too far over, so the bar inside where it comes down actually bonked me on the head. And it hurt a lot. So we had to be, we were like, refilm, we have to redo that because I have a concussion now. But yeah, But
I didn't bite you.
and I ain't gonna lie, Clayton, the name suits your character. It suits it. It suits how you look and how you act. It's just like when I see that character on screen, I'm like, Clayton. Like even in scenes, you know how like your character changes so much from episode 6 to 10.
Yeah.
He removes that mask. You can see his face. His wardrobe changes occasionally, showing that he's changing. That means he has clothes on him. As it goes, even though you're changing so much, I mean, even your hair changes at one point because you got a haircut over that time, but we kind of put it in there and just kind of be like, yeah, your character's changing because it's over time, like I keep saying. So even from when you see him in episode 6 with the mask on, and then again in episode 10 with the mask off and the hat and the t-shirt and you take my jacket, basically, I give you my jacket, I just toss it and then you pick it up. And I don't acknowledge that, but I know. But you can still, people will still be able to be like, yeah, Clayton. From 6, when you see him with the mask, to 10, where he's open and you can see more of him and how he acts. It's just like, that's still the Clayton I know from episode 6.
Well, when I was watching it, when I was watching one episode with this guy and it being like, oh, this Clayton guy, I can't wait till it takes him on. 6, 7, 8 punches later on first issue.
I wasn't saying much.
No. I told you to listen. But I'll tell you one more thing. I knew you way before. This female named Macy. Met her on the road with the boys. She's gone now.
No. It's interesting to do stuff like that, to have a character be like, I can't wait to take this guy on. And then when that happens...
Well, I didn't know him.
You had no idea. You don't.
You did.
Yeah, I did.
Because you didn't tell me.
No. Because my character knew the brothers from the get-go.
Basically.
Before episode 1. You find that out in episode 6.
Oh, yeah. And then we got to episode 10. Good episode. That was a really good episode.
The whole thing, I love the whole episode. Like that slow build-up to the finale there.
Yeah, I don't know, we could have carried on longer.
Well,
you can't really do much when you have a one-armed guy with one
punch. I'm fine.
That takes us to the next question, I believe, actually. Actually, no, that's a question that comes after. We've got one more question right here, which actually we should get to, and that is question 5, and that is, how exactly did you decide on the weapons each character has by the end of the season? So, basically, it's how did I start with a pistol to sniper rifle to nothing to your pistol, Clayton's pistol, and how did you start with you have that pistol through the whole thing? How come you use my sniper rifle? So you take my sniper rifle and your character has a sniper rifle for a scene, stuff like that, and you have the Magnum for most of it up until episode 9. Basically, you lose it in 9. And it's just like, how did we decide? Like, how did we decide for you to have the Magnum? You just wanted to use it, I think.
Yeah.
I remember I wanted to, when we had the pistol, I wanted the M1911 that Claire's character has now, up until 9. Then you have it, you get it in 10. Your character pistol changes because you use the Magnum. And I stumble across the Magnum, but it's out of ammo. So, it's kind of like, I wanted to be the one with, this, like, when we got the sniper rifle, I was like, I think Douglas should be the one with the sniper rifle. Because he just seems like one of those characters that would carry the big, someone's at the distance, I got this kind of thing. It's just like, don't worry about it. That's what I wanted my character to be like. That's why when you first see me in episode 6, which takes place 3 weeks after 5, after everything's happened, you have no eye. You still have your Magnum. She has my pistol now. So at some point, I gave her the pistol, and we found that sniper rifle. And you guys were like, yeah, here, Douglas.
Basically.
And I remember originally you wanted to have the Winchester lever action one that Michael has.
Daisy.
Daisy, yeah.
Daisy, the old ones.
The one that... And you do get it. You just don't use it. You do end up getting it in episode 6. Because all of a sudden Michael goes missing.
I don't know. I think using that tiny gun, it's a bit easier on my character. Since I've been having more throwing than shooting.
Yeah,
I think that was a bit easier.
Yeah, because I think what we have planned is your character no more guns.
No more guns.
Which makes sense because I take your gun. But you take ours and it has ammo in it.
Yeah, I do.
Episode 10.
But you don't know what I do with it?
No, who knows?
No one does.
No.
Go wait and see.
You
Find
do?
out. I'm excited to know what's going to happen. Anyway, question 6, which I think is going to be a fun question. And that is, what gave you the idea to be a lot darker in this half of the season? For example, Randall losing his hand and the slightly gruesome torture and fighting scenes we have. So,
Well, I guess every episode's got to get better as it goes, right?
in a sense, I think, to be honest with you, with the second half goes, it kind of, episode 6 is along the steady line, 7 it kind of goes up a bit, 8 it dies down a little bit, right into that end, and then from 8, the end of 8 and on, it just kind of keeps going up. But then by 10, the first half of it, it kind of slowly goes down. It's kind of like that depressing kind of first half, and then all of a sudden Clayton comes in, it's like, woo, right to the skyrockets again. So, but I think when it comes down to it, I think we were trying to go for that, kind of like what the actual TV show did, I think, which was their first few episodes are kind of like, yeah, that amazing, and then by the end of 4 into 5, they're just like, yeah, we upped the gore a little bit, and I think that's kind of what we wanted to, but with our budget and stuff, like with what we do, I bet we put most of our budget into the fake blood and the prop weapons. Basically, everything else we just we have from over time. Yeah. So, me personally, I don't know if you guys would agree. If you have other ideas, you know, let them know. But mine is we wanted to go for that darker feel and try and see how far we can push ourselves with doing that gruesome stuff. Like, you wanted to do the losing your hand scene since, what, episode 5, I think, when you lost your eye into 6. You were like, what if my character loses a hand? And we were like, let's do it.
I think it was episode 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Because you were talking about your eye, and we were dead set on that. Yeah. We were dead set on him losing an eye. And then he was just joking around, I think. You were just kind of like, what if my character loses a hand? And we were like, end of season 1.
Basically.
Let's do it. And see how it's willing to go and impact the series. And there's no turning back from that now. So, what do you think? Why did we go for the more gruesome second half? That's my opinion. We just wanted to try and see how far we're willing to push ourselves.
Well, you got drowned in water.
That scene was that was actually, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of fun. That was actually a lot of fun. And shut up, obviously it was a lot of fun for you. But yeah, no, I did it because, you know, all the stuff that happens to you in the first episode, like you falling in the snow in episode 1.
First half, you might as well say.
Yeah, basically episodes 1 through 5, with you falling in the snow, falling down that hill in episode 2. The 2 fights with you and Thomas, like Paul, all that stuff is, I wanted to do this thing where something like that kind of happens to me. And I know some of the stuff that you did wasn't scripted, but here I basically told you to just go all out, stick my head in that water. I don't give a damn. Just do it, go for it. I don't, if it looks, you know, actually, basically I was saying like, yeah, drown me. Actually, drown me. But then just make sure you pull up occasionally so I don't actually drown. I was like, deliberately put my head in that water and hold it there, so I start panicking because I'm kind of afraid of water. So when I get pushed underwater, I panic. I was actually panicking there. It's like when I say Clayton, you bastard, I almost said Tom. Because I was like, hey Tom, whoa. But, and then I was like, I caught myself and was like, yeah, Clayton, you bastard. And then that's when we cut it, because I was like, okay, stop, cut. We'll do another take from the other side of you doing it one more time and then rolling me over and punching me like 15 times. It was 15 because when I edited I counted each individual punch effect. So he punched me 15 times in that scene. So yeah, that's basically, I wanted to bring in that kind of dark, being like, when you see it happen, you're just like, what? So basically your mom's reaction.
Wow. I don't know. I think what we did for second half, all the gruesome, your hand, shit getting kicked out of you, get thrown in the basement.
Yeah, in the basement into that little...
It was fun.
That scene, you get punched 11 times there.
I just love putting my character through the much torture as possible.
And he's still, like, standing. He comes in and just falcon punches Clayton in episode 10. It's just like, I'm just like, no, I can't do this. I can't kill a human. I had to kill Eric, and I hate myself for it, basically.
Finish it.
No. I won't. So then when I don't go to kill you, all of a sudden you just kind of be like, hello, wham, and like you don't even see it coming. All of a sudden it's just like he goes like this, and you just see you go whoop through the frame. It's it's like, holy shit, Randall's still going and he has no hand. It's like, it'd be even more badass if you hit him with your stump. Did it hurt? You'd be like, oh. It's true though.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I kind of want to go for come season 2. Like season 2, I want to put my character through a whole bunch of stuff. Like I have a lot planned for season 2.
Oh, I got a lot, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There was a point where we get trapped on a building and we jump off it.
That was supposed to be the original episode 9. Was it not?
Yeah.
We were supposed to jump off that balcony, but then I at first was okay with it, and then I remembered how high up we were, and I was like, I'm afraid of heights. So I was like, no, I can't do it.
Let's get Randall.
Yeah, basically, Randall was supposed to do it. You still could, season 2.
Season 2.
Who knows, right? Could happen. Maybe Clayton does it too. I ain't doing it.
Maybe he throws me over.
Oh, I'll do that.
But I land on a UPS truck and drive away.
What? Okay. Alright, question 7. What was your favorite scenes to film this half of the season? So, 6 through 10.
I guess meaningful. My favorite scene would have been doing the scene in episode 6 when I was talking about Amanda.
Oh yeah, your girlfriend.
My girlfriend, yes. How Randall was talking to a girl online and that they were in like an argument kind of type deal.
And then the outbreak happened and all of a sudden the power went out and you couldn't...
Exactly. Before this all happened, I just wanted to be like a movie star. I even wanted to be a rapper at one point. It's kind of funny. The amazing time of my life. I met this beautiful girl online. When everything happened, we were kind of in an argument and we were talking to each other, and it just... I don't even know whether she's alive or dead now either.
And it's just kind of like that. Wow, Randall actually had a sweet side at one point.
Basically.
Which we kind of do hint at in the earlier episodes too, but that kind of shows... Yeah, that was a fun scene, and that was a little emotional for me to actually have Douglas separate from Randall too.
Us.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it goes from being like, oh my god, Douglas just walked away, to you all of a sudden you had met this girl, you had this girl when the outbreak happened. That, good scene, I agree there. What about you, Tom?
Favorite scene, eh?
He's got a couple probably.
I might have a couple, but the one that stands out the most is after I kick the shit out of you two.
Episode 10.
Episode 10 will be near the end when we're talking. You know, seeing a different side of me, but still that arrogant asswipe by my character is.
I know what it is. When we both have the weapons and you're powerless, but you're like, you know, I'm looking for someone, you're looking for someone, we call a truce and we separate, go our separate ways, and if we cross paths again, well...
One of us is gonna die.
One of us will die.
Are you gonna kill me? Please don't yet. We're both looking for people. Me, Michael, and you guys, Macy. Fair trade?
But I thought you said you killed Macy.
What? Yeah, you're right. I thought you said you did kill Macy.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite scenes, so...
Yeah.
Being a bit more gentle.
Like, after all that fighting, all of a sudden, you think, like, when people probably first watch it, they're probably like, someone is dying here. It's either going to be Clayton, Douglas, or Randall, but one of them is dying here, to all of a sudden it being like, hold on, we call truce. But if we cross paths again...
Basically.
Yeah, I agree there too. It's intense. Me, my favorite scene to film, end of episode 7, the trunk scene. Just the way that was filmed, it felt like for me a unique feel on The Walking Dead Adaption. It's like from, I don't know how to word it. It's just filming that was fun because we get this. We kind of, it's a little cliche because we do that. Closes, it gets dark, but like most times people would probably think that would be the end of the episode. No, it's got that scene of you kind of coming and sitting in the car and you're all just kind of calm. Turning it on and actually driving away and seeing that walker out in the field. Courtesy of you.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was
Tripping over nothing and
yeah, just fresh
cut grass like this tall.
Yeah.
Skills.
Who knows, right? So maybe that could have been someone's property who's still alive. Who knows, right? That's kind of why, and I like it too because like your character takes off the mask and kind of looks and it's just like, and then just laughs about it.
And then he kind of drives.
And then just kind of, you hear the and then end of the episode. And just like that whole thing of seeing Doug, my character, kind of get beat up a little bit. No, I wouldn't say beat up, more or less like kind of teased around a little bit. Just kind of like, I'm not going to beat the hell out of you, but kick to the occasional kick to the face, you knee me in the gut, and then you throw me in a trunk. It's just kind of like, wow. People are going to be like, wow. And then the episode ends like that, building that big cliffhanger. Was like, what's he going to make Doug do? Because they're going for Randall. That's just that.
Clayton could have got out of the vehicle, had something to do with it.
He could have drove it off a cliff and jumped out last time the ball might have fallen and died. Who knows, right? When that first was put up, it was just kind of like that feel of like, that is a unique feel on The Walking Dead. It has nothing to do with the walkers. It has nothing to do with, you know, certain, it's just that moment of what is Clayton going to do to Doug and what does he need, why is he keeping Doug alive? He could just kill Douglas right then and there. He doesn't need him, but then he's like, no, I need you. We're going after Randall. I'll put you in the trunk.
He wants you to do
I don't want you in the back seat because I'm scared you're going to do something. Close trunk. Put you in the trunk. And then it makes just people think too, that whole time of you with Owen in episode 8, that leading up to where you take me in the trunk, it's like, he's been in that trunk that whole time.
Wow.
It's just kind of like that feel of holy crap. And that was a fun scene to film, just how it ended up looking. That's one of my favorite scenes in the entire second half. Both because it was fun to film and just the aftermath of when I edited it all together and put the music in and that build up of it, because it kind of slowly builds up till you throw me in the trunk, and once you throw me in the trunk, it kind of dies down, and it's that kind of, as it dies down, it's kind of got that going back up again, because it's like, what's going to happen to Doug? What's Clayton going to do? Right? We find that out in episode 8 what he does, and that's intense too. That's a good scene too. But yeah, so that's my favorite scene. It's the trunk scene, basically. All right, so this will be a fun one. Question 8 is, what was your least favorite scene to film this half of the season? Who wants to start there? Hey Tom, why don't you start this one? Least favorite scene.
Oh man, I think my least favorite scene for the second half would have to be when it's Clayton being shown for like the second time, when Roxanne pops up with Michael's Winchester.
I got it. But Michael, he didn't make it.
I honestly am not too proud of that, but I had to do it for the film. But like, it would have been a better scene if it wasn't so aggressive, but it worked for what we were doing then.
Yeah, what we were going for.
But after doing that scene, then finding out that she dipped, just vanished.
Yeah.
It kind of takes out the entire point of me even doing that scene.
Yeah, kind of. Because I like that scene for a couple reasons, though. It's a little weird and sudden, but with her character kind of defending me, it's that feeling of like, wow, this character cares about a character on the opposite side. What could happen there? But then all of a sudden, like you said, she kind of dips, so that's the whole scene is useless.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I agree. Yeah. It's useless, but it's a good scene. It's just it could almost be changed with something else.
You could like during the scene, you see probably only two good points come out of that scene. Is you see the aggressive side
of Clayton,
yeah. And then you'll see
how
tiny
protective,
protective
she is against
me for you. It's like,
because it makes sense, because she's supposed to be that character that I mentioned in episode 1.
Yeah, well, she bailed.
Yeah.
Like a normal prom date.
Basically.
That's Sylvia McLeod for you. How about you?
My singing.
Oh, your singing scene in episode 8?
Yeah. I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. I like it, but I don't know.
It wasn't what you wanted, because I couldn't edit it the way you wanted it. Because like I said, I did try to line it up, and it didn't work, and then you told me that you wanted you to say the first line of the song, and then the song actually starts, and I actually didn't know that. Because if I did, I would have done that. But I don't remember you telling me, having me say the first line of that song, then the song play right after. I thought you wanted your mouth to, you to sing it, and as you're singing it, the song kind of builds in, and then by the end of the first line, you're not singing it anymore, it's actually being sung. And then I did try to line your voice up, but it didn't really work. It doesn't look bad, it's just, probably could have been better. I can understand where you're coming from. It's one of those things that's like, it wasn't supposed to look like that, but it doesn't look bad. Could be worse.
Yeah. Could have picked a different song. Do some Cher.
Do you believe in love?
I don't know why he was singing that during Apocalypse.
Yeah, like the song that that was picked, Green Day.
It's a good song.
It was a good song to choose too, because it was like I walked the lonely road, which is what you're going to do, and then you run into Owen.
Basically.
Yeah. Dumb mistake, but yeah.
Yeah, because Owen's character is messed up because he keeps appearing and disappearing.
I want to know why.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
because he sees some diced tomatoes.
Why?
Inside joke. My least favorite scene? Let me think. Least favorite scene? Probably... It's not even a scene with me in it. It would probably be the scene with you and Claire on the deck talking about going to find me.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, Claire, I wanted to talk about how you said to me when on our way here that you wanted to go look for Doug.
You're fucking right, I want to go look for Doug.
Well, I'm gonna go look for him. I'm gonna go myself.
It just seemed kind of... You seemed too calm. I'm not saying your acting was bad. I'm just saying that scene could have played out a little different, probably. I like the idea of being on, like, don't give me the setting for it on the deck there kind of was good, with her smoking the cigarette and you talking to her. But the way it just feels, it should have felt more kind of like intense. I don't know, personally, when I watch it, you're just kind of like, yeah, we gotta go find Doug. He's on our side. He's a good... You should have been like...
Well, I look at the...
Well, both of you should have been like... She should have been like, no, I'm coming with you. And you just be like, no, I can't let that happen. I don't want anyone else to get lost or disappear or something. I wanted to be kind of like... You two kind of yell at each other, but then that didn't end up happening. I just thought that scene... Because it's like that scene, that kind of comedic moment of her doing her makeup and being like, blah, blah, blah. And then you turning and being like, well, I gotta go find Doug. And she should have been like, what do you mean you?
Yeah.
You mean us? And you'd be like, no, I can't let... And it's just kind of like that little build-up of arguing leading to her being like, fine. Which kind of happens on the deck. She's kind of like, get yourself killed, but I wanted it to continue after that. That's just... I think that's one of my least favorite scenes because it should have played out a lot different than it.
Well, I don't blame you for telling her not to go with you. Because she has a habit every time she goes out, bad things happen. Because of her, you met up with Nick and Eric.
Yeah.
Well, Michael.
Basically. Yeah.
And then she's always in between your fights.
Yeah, you heard us two?
Yeah.
Episode 6.
She can't pick her sides.
Yeah, that's true.
And then during the zombie apocalypse, you gotta look pretty. What are you gonna look pretty for? A fucking zombie? Just.
I don't know, it's just she wants her character to look good on screen. I can understand that too because if you notice, it's kind of funny, a lot of people probably notice it, in the actual TV show, Daryl and Rick still look pretty good for being 2 years without showering. They look dirty, but they still look good. They look like fine gentlemen. But they shouldn't, they should look like bloody, well they do occasionally, but there's certain scenes, if you notice, they look really, like, wow, they look surprisingly well for someone who hasn't showered in 2 years. Like when Rick first gets to Alexandria.
Yeah.
Season 5.
Oh, yeah.
He looks pretty good compared to what he should. Like once he shaves and everything, I can understand because he's actually showered because of the place. But like the doors leading up, he should have been. I don't know. He seemed too kind of like with the sunlight. He just seemed more like he seemed too sophisticated. It should have been like no, he should be tired and blah 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 from walking. He just seems kind of like oh yeah, civilization. I'm OP. Whatever. I'm Rick. I'm Rick Graham. I'm not complaining about it, but that's what I kind of feel like it should have been. It's like that's where I can understand where she's coming from. She has to try and look good for the film. Well, don't get me wrong. I kind of do my hair. I shower. I shouldn't, but I deliberately shower before I go film. I just kind of brush my hair to make it look messy. Like right now, for example, because we were filming today. My hair right now looks kind of messy because I made it like that and because of what happened in the scene, which was episode 10. But like I said, so I still shower before a scene. But I make my hair look dirty kind of and messy when I do it. And then when I come home, I just kind of fix it. Except for right now, because we came home, I edited, and now we're doing this. Anyway.
Yeah, anyways.
Anyway, next question, which is question 9, which will be really fun to answer too. And if you want, whoever wants to answer this first, please speak up when I say this question. But if you were to make 5 or more seasons, so if we were to go to like season 6, season 7, like the actual TV show is right now, where could you see Randall, Clayton, Douglas, and the rest of the characters in the series then? What would they be like by that point in time? Yeah, that's...
I don't know.
You don't even know? I know my character will be a lot heartless than he is now. Like how, you know how notice how forgiving my character is and how we need to give people a chance? Yeah, I know. By season like 5, 6, I'd be like, this person looks like a threat, kill him.
How do you know we're going to make it that far?
I'm saying if we do. I'm saying if. That's what the question is. If we were to do like season 5, season 6, what would our characters be like? What about you, Tom? Clayton, season 5.
Oh, man.
If we were to do a season 5, and he was to, and if, like, say he doesn't die whenever, if he was to still be, like, say, in case you wanted to kill him off in a certain season, don't do that, and just say, if I was to be alive and the story was to continue into a 5th or 6th season, what would my character be like? What would I want my character to be like?
I don't know. Maybe have a change. Stop like being so aggressive. So the opposite of what you become, I become you.
You become the second chance kind of thing.
Second chance, but I use my wisdom over just blowing everyone's heads off.
That would be interesting. You kind of Father Gabriel.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
You kind of want that. I don't like this killing anymore. It's getting ridiculous kind of crap.
With that really dark temper.
In your backstory.
That basically, yeah, with your backstory and everything, that'll be explained probably in season 2. Because I know we have a backstory planned for you. Because we know nothing about your character other than that he was a brother. What happened to him before the apocalypse? What about you? Where if you were to do 5, 6 seasons, where could you see Randall if he wasn't to die? So if you have plans for your character to die, or your character's gonna be killed off season 4, 3, 2, whenever. If that wasn't happening, we were to go to like season 6, like the actual TV show. What could you see Randall being like? He'd obviously have no eye still and the stub. For all we know, by that point in time, maybe your eye, we'd have makeup to make your eye look all like gone, like Carl in the comics. And so you don't have to wear a bloody eye patch all the time. It can just be open.
Good for you.
And just show it kind of all like right not there. It's possible.
We get your pirate patch.
Yeah, like the governor in the actual thing.
I don't know. I think Randall, he could possibly be alone.
He'd just be alone. He wouldn't be with me and like wouldn't be with Douglas and Clayton anymore. He'd be gone.
Yeah.
Kind of like Morgan. Maybe he'd have a female. Randall would be with a female kid. Who knows, right?
Basically.
Yeah, well.
Oh, a song about his stub, that's penis. No,
Nice.
some reason I see you getting shot. Again.
Yeah, again. Episode 3.
And then you just shut down. So
I give up.
You give up, you have
I
that
think you
quiet killing.
Oh yeah, your character would be all quiet and depressed.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense, yeah. Like I said, I see my character being like heartless and just becoming you.
Basically.
Just basically being like, these group of people I've known for a long time. Those are my group. If you're not in that group, you die. Or you walk the other way right now, kind of.
And I'll never see you again.
Yeah, I pray I never see you again. Don't touch my group.
Basically.
Kill you. That's what I kind of want. So basically, Rick season 5 kind of. That's what I'd go for. Kind of heartless like that. Just kind of being like, I need to keep my group alive. I'm going to do whatever it takes. Yeah. All right. We're on to the final question, boys. without spoiling too much, this is question 10. Without spoiling too much, can you tell us anything you have in store for season 2? Because we are making a season 2.
I don't know.
You don't want to spoil anything. You're just like, it's happening.
It's gonna be intense, emotional.
It's going to start off a little slow again, but
I'm
we
gonna
want
say
that.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Heartbreaking.
there's going to be a lot of, oh my god.
Gripping.
moments. Yeah, you're not
Thrilling.
gonna want to wait a week for the next episode after you see what
Teeth
happens.
grinding.
Nail biting.
Nail biting.
I'm gonna be biting my nails, like actual like rusty nails.
If you sit beside your boyfriend, girlfriend, you'll be holding on tight till the ribs crack. Cause you're so gonna be like, what's going on? What's going on? Don't do that. Don't no. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, be that type of person.
So basically, episode 10.
Yeah.
Except worse. Yeah, I'll say new characters.
Yes.
Yeah, new characters.
We're gonna bring some new, maybe some old ones.
Old ones. Yeah.
I will say this: we are trying to get some old characters back. Won't say who. We're trying to get some old characters to come back.
More family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more family. Yeah, I agree. More family. What else could we? It'll be 10 episodes again. It'll be 10 episodes.
10.
So episode 11 through 15 will be the first half, and then we'll do the mid-season, and then 16 through 20 will be the second half. So we'll still do that plan, and I guess
Have a.
if any connections do you have to certain characters, lose them now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man. I don't know. Get a character in there who could beat the living crap out of the brothers.
Like someone who can overpower you and Michael and
Eric at once.
at once.
Just at once. Just
But
a big
without
guy.
Eric now, because Eric went blah.
Well, yeah.
Kind of died.
Up to the writers, I guess.
Yeah. You have to wait for whatever.
What happens?
Oh man, it's gonna be. I already know, kind of. I already have some ideas. Well, I've heard some ideas. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
But the last thing I'm gonna say, any connections to characters, lose them now. Just do it.
And any hatred you have for them, keep it.
Yeah, basically. If there's a certain character you hate, keep hating them, cause Randall dies.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, I'm Doug Lucas, executive producer for Walking Dead Adaption, and I also play Douglas Jones. And you'll be seeing me again in season 2, I promise.
I'm Kirkland Johnston. I play Randall Crane.
Tom Lundrigan-Patey, I play Big Bad at Clayton. I'll see you again in season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2. Hype!
Hi,
go, boys.
Let's go smoke some dope.
What?